Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining me for this episode of One Mic Night. This upcoming episode is about a man named Bold Bunny, who has a nonprofit organization in Soroti, Uganda, which is in the eastern part. And we're talking about his story on how he brings together the youth, specifically young women, concentration on young women, to empower them to go out into society and be profitable and productive and self-sustaining. He's a man who brings together music, the youth, education, and a faith-based organization which helps provide the sense of community and family to help create a stronger city and country. Now, some of the challenges that we face as you're watching this video podcast, the reception for the internet wasn't that great, so we don't have him on video, but we do have the audio. So you'll see some images, but you'll see his name across the screen. Those are one of the challenges that he faces. Now, Uganda is a very impoverished. He lives in an impoverished area, so any support that he receives is by donation, and private donations to help fund his nonprofit organization. So as you listen to his story, I hope you enjoy, and I hope you're enlightened, and I hope that you can make a global connection with him. And this is one of many of my African Life series as OneMicNite partners with Global Lighthouse Studios, and we hope to make a connection across the world. So sit back, enjoy, and listen to the story of Bold Bunny in 116 Uganda. Thank you. Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of One Mic Night, the podcast that brings you stories of artists and people on their journey, helping to guide, answer questions, and motivate you in life and the business. How do we connect people? How do we connect the human experience? Well, today we're going to be doing just that. We're taking a trip across the world to Africa. I want to thank everybody for joining me for this episode, and sit tight because we're meeting a man today who goes by the name of Bold Bunny, and he has an organization called 116 Uganda. That's right, we're going to Uganda. We're going to be talking about the human experience, education, and life. So I want to welcome him to the show. Welcome, Bold Bunny. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for spending some time with us and clearing out your schedule for us. So,
Grateful.
Listen, I have lots of questions for you.
It's okay. I'm ready.
You're ready. All right. Well, the first question is, who is Bold Bunny? Let us know who you are.
Okay, Bold Bunny, the born of Uganda and Eastern Uganda, that is the sub-region. And I'm the founder of Once Christian Uganda, which the foundation I started that was in 2020 during the early lockdown in Uganda. And I'm the primary school teacher. I do teaching, and at the same time, I'm a religious leader, or I'm the youth leader in my local church, where I lead youth services and preaching and other things. And we do the community work as Bold Bunny and my team. I'm the firstborn in my family, so I can say.
So, being the firstborn, what does that mean? What does that entail for you?
Being the firstborn means to me like have to carry the responsibilities of my younger siblings. I have to take the care of the family because we don't have our dad. We lost our dad when I was young. So I'm like the caretaker of the family most times. Means like I'm just like the current dad because all the things they look up to me.
I see. So I hear some of the kids in the background there. Tell us Well, before we do that, give us a little background on what Uganda is. Where are you located in Uganda?
We are located in Uganda, in eastern Uganda, in a region called Teso sub-region, and a district called Soroti district.
Okay. And now we know, you know, Uganda is in East Africa, and we know that what is Uganda known mostly for? How does the income come from the country? Do you know?
Uganda is mainly known as the Pearl of Africa, and the main source of income, the majority of population gets their income through agriculture, and then the small population gets their income through business.
Through business and agriculture. Okay.
Yes.
It's also known, I know, you know, as far as maybe a tourist destination for having, is it known for gorillas too? There's like a gorilla, mountain gorilla.
The mountain gorillas for tourism.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's what we know about it here a lot.
Okay, Uganda, when it comes to Uganda is well known for tourism because you have the longest river in Africa, that is River Nile. Yes. Originates in Uganda.
That's right.
We have the second largest lake in the world, that is Lake Victoria, is based in Uganda.
Okay. Yes. Got it. So I know that Uganda has about 45 million people or so?
Yes.
Okay. And it's, you know, it's known, like, the economy there is not so great. So you have a lot of people who are, you know, considered poor. And I think what you're doing is you're helping to, you know, end that poverty through what your organization does. Tell us a little bit about what your organization does.
Yeah, Uganda is well known for being poor, and basically in eastern region where I'm located in, and northern Uganda, whereby 90% of the population desperately are poor. And in eastern Uganda, where I stay in, is basically the main thing for economic activity is agriculture. And over the past 5 years, what I can say, the agriculture has been failing most of the farmers. Like basically this year, most farmers haven't chilled so much from agriculture, meaning they haven't got enough. They haven't got much harvest that can help them sustain their families, that can help them to get some money when they sell it. Now, our foundation does a lot of activity where we're trying to see how we can help the youth get income in the future. We're looking at how we can empower the teens and the youth in the community so they can be able to start up their small businesses whereby they can run and get some capital or some money that can improve their lives and the lives of their family members and the community at large. And we are looking at we can empower the youth who are at school so they can stay at school, because our region basically has been well known for early marriages. Almost on weekly basis, can get a report of 2 or 3 people, young girls have been forced to marriage in the last years. But we are trying to move out to schools to talk to the girls and talk to the parents and the community that early marriages isn't something good. So we find that the cases have been trying to reduce a little bit. Like you said, I shared in our Twitter handle of the video whereby there's some parents are trying to force a young girl to get married. That was yesterday.
I see.
So we are trying to tell parents that it's good to educate their girls. So end of the day, they can come and do something important to the community.
Including, like you said, making small businesses or finding some sort of financial income to, help release them from the poverty, extreme poverty. Now, I was reading somewhere that about 69% of the population lives on less than, $1 a day. And the majority of that is actually spent on food. So that's pretty extreme, at least by the world and the U.S. standards. And that the rent is about 2,500 shillings. Is that correct?
Let's say like $1 is around, it's basically that is, but what I can say is more than 16%, because when you come in the reality, maybe around 40% lives below earns $1 in a day. And the majority can maybe in a month get less than even $10, if you like to compare, which is really was.
Right. Wow, that's pretty extreme. Now, how are you educating, the people? First of all, how are you getting the people? I imagine, I also read that a lot of the poverty from Uganda comes from the extreme rate, like you said, of having kids, people being forced into early marriages. So the rate of, children for the economy is increasing. So that's what's sending a lot of people into the poverty. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to change that whole narrative by education, right?
Yes. Okay. Basically, we do music. So we tell the youth and the teens to compose some songs to educative. So they tell their parents the importance of producing few children, or importance of using family planning. So they can be able to produce the children they're able to take care of. Then we compose other songs which are encouraging the youth to go and do some works, and we move out to the community. We mobilize the youth. We meet them in one group or in some school. We talk to them. We train them some business skills. We guide them how to run some businesses. And when you get some help, we can be able to give them some capital and they set up small businesses. So at the end of the day, they're able to get some capital to run their lives and improve their lives.
I like that. So you're teaching them music and you're teaching them in the songs, the lyrics of the songs are empowering about education, about relationships, peace, things like that, right?
Yes.
And to believe in yourself and, religion, to have faith and hope and how to make your life better. So those are the lyrics of the songs that they're writing, that they're doing and performing.
Yeah, that is definitely.
I like that. I like that. Where does your funding come from? you're a nonprofit organization, right?
You're a nonprofit organization, right?
Yes.
How do you
Basically, I try to move. I try to look at. I try to move out on asking from friends so they can be able to help us to give us what they can get some funds from, so we can do sometimes fundraisers and we get some money. And we at times do agriculture because we try, as I said earlier on, our main economic activity is agriculture. So we at times plant some few crops, and when time of harvest, we harvest them and take to the market and get some income that can help us run activities and other things.
I see.
But our main incomes come from the donations from the people who can help us run activities.
Okay. Is it mainly from people in your area, or have people from the outside country started to help you a little bit, or how can we help you? How can the world help you? How can the globe help you?
Of recent, it has been from people outside my country, because currently our country hasn't been able to support a lot, because where I'm in right now, there's a lot of famine, and we find that most people survive in a day with one meal. Some people go out without food, so they can't have even anything to support the activities of such kind currently. We find that most people are totally unable to support behind here, so we try to move outside Uganda to see how we can be able to get more funding.
I see. Yeah, so the funding doesn't come from there pretty much. It's too difficult for people to do. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, how we can, I guess you can tell me later and we can put it in the notes of the episode, how we can contact you and where we can make donations to your cause. I know you have a YouTube channel. I've taken a look at your YouTube channel. So I've seen some of the work that you've done and some of the work that the people associated with you have done. And it's fantastic. It's empowering, and it's the messages you have are great for the kids and, people in the community. It's a fantastic thing.
Thank you so much.
Yes. What's the process for you when you're making the music? Do you have a studio? How are you recording the music and writing the lyrics and things like that? Tell us about that process.
Yes, we have a studio currently. We record our songs from. Okay, but last year I partnered with the Keeping the Blues Alive, and they gave us $1,000 where we were able to purchase some music equipment, and we opened up a small music studio. Much as we are looking more funds, we can get more equipment to help us upgrade the studio so we can be able to produce more quality music. And we're looking at more funding so we can be able to get a video camera where we can be able to record our videos in every activity we are doing in. But basically, we record our music from our own studio right now.
I like that. Okay.
And when it comes to lyrics, I made the youth, and I first go through the lyrics. Like, okay, if the lyrics okay, we record it. Then some communities reach out to me like, here is my song. You also feel like want to record from your studio, and if I feel like the message is good for the community to consume it, yeah, we help them to record at a free cost.
Okay, that sounds good. Now I know you've linked up with some people across the globe already. I know specifically the David Z Foundation, who has been on the show before. They're a great organization. Do these, you've created a great community. Has that helped you in some way? Have those organizations helped you in some way?
Yeah, I met with the David Z Foundation this very year, and by then we had a shortage of the studio speakers.
Okay, they're a great organization.
And they helped me with this, some $300.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Now, are you only doing music as an art, or are there other things that you do with your organization? Are you doing visual arts like painting, things like that? Or are you concentrated mostly on music?
We do various activities. We do music, then we do the community charity outreaches, whereby we see, like currently we are trying to see our best we can be able to get some food relief to the community, and we give out. Then we have the project Empowering the Girl, whereby we move out to the schools and give her the parts to the school girls. Then we do the paintings of the arts where we do some drawings and we paint them.
How is the pandemic? When did you start? You started right at the beginning of the pandemic, right? 2020, you said?
Yes.
Has that have you been doing any virtual sessions with anyone? Have you had artists or musicians come on and help you help empower the kids or people through virtual sessions?
Yeah, we have been having with the local community around us, whereby some artists come and feel like they want to see, and they help us to empower our times, move out together with them, and we learn in the various things with them.
Okay, you and I, we can speak about that afterwards. Maybe I can, help you find some people to come on virtually and, do some music or do some art painting with your kids, with the community there.
Okay, that would be much appreciated.
That would be great, right? Okay.
Yeah, it would be much great for us.
What would you like us to know about what you're doing? What's the most important thing you would like us to know about what you're doing?
Okay, basically what you're doing is like to help the humanity who are not able to have hope, get some hope. And we are trying to see how we can help all the youth move out from the poverty in Uganda or in Eastern Uganda. That's why we try to move out always here and there so they can get some funding to help them have some business ideas and maybe get some funding so they can start their small own businesses. As I said earlier on, most of the youth have been here mocked as being idle, whereby most of them have turned out to gambling, being drug addicts. And end of the day, they become wasted and something is in it. So we have been trying to see how we can change up the situation or the state of the youth by coming up with encouraging them to do some businesses so they can change their lives and improve their economic status and their families. Then we are trying to see how we can tell the community that it is important to educate every girl, and it's not good to force girls to marry when they are still young, because most parents, they force their girls to get married when they are still young so they can be able to get some money, maybe for feeding, maybe for taking care of the family, and just small things. And they don't foresee the future of why it is important for the girl to be at school, because they believe if you educate the girl, tomorrow should become someone important in the community. Because like currently in Uganda, the vice president is a female and the speaker is a female. So I always give that example to the young girls and to the community and the parents so that a girl can be someone important tomorrow in the future and in the world if you educate her.
Yes, I like that. Female empowerment is always a good thing. Empowerment is a good thing, but definitely, like you said, in your community and across the world, empowering young women to, take a place in this world because they have as much to offer as men.
Yes, I believe that basically.
What's the percentage of women or young girls in your school, in your training? Is it larger than the boys, the men?
Yeah,
what's the age range?
Girls are more than boys in where I'm in, and the age is ranging between 13 to 20.
13 to 20. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. So one last thing, how do we get in touch with you? How can we reach out to you and how can we help you?
You can reach out to me through my email, that is boldbonny8@gmail.com, or you can go to our Twitter handle, 116 Uganda, or someone can inbox me on my WhatsApp, that is +256 78 69 55 692. Then maybe for the help, you can reach out to our PayPal, that is still boldbonny8@gmail.com.
Very good. And I'll have all that information in the notes of this episode. So Bold Bunny, I want to thank you for your time, and we will talk outside of this because I definitely want to help you and everyone who's listening to this podcast episode, please, if you can help, it doesn't always have to be money. If you are an artist, you can reach out and help virtually. This is around the world. You don't have to be in Uganda. You don't have to be in the United States. You can be across the world. If you can reach out and help, maybe do a Zoom session and, painting or music or anything along those lines. Money is definitely necessary and not necessary, but needed. But anything you can do to help this organization to make the world a better place, because we all have a human experience and we all need the human connection, and we're all trying to empower each other to be successful and make the world a better place. So thank you, Bold Bunny, for giving us your time, and we will talk after this episode. And thank you everyone for listening to this episode of OneMicNite. You can find us at OneMicNite, OneMicNite, on all digital platforms if you're listening to the audio, or you can watch us on YouTube on our OneMicNite channel. You can follow me at Marcos Luis, MarcosLuis. I'm on all social media at Marcos Luis. And I want to thank you guys for all listening and being a part of this episode and this journey, making a global connection. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.